Crank it up. Crank it up. Business growing, you've been going GT for such a long time.
Long time.
The power's gonna go above and beyond in your lifetime. Got to thrill 'em, got to kill 'em, GT, 'cause now's the right time. Crank it up. Crank it up. And take it to the streets. You know what you got to do.
You got to
Crank it up and put it on the lines. You know all it takes is you.
all it takes is to
Give it all you got. Take your best shot. That's the only way to be GTDDC. Crank it up. Crank it up. Crank it out. Crank it up. Crank it up. Draws me where slips are coming for you. Sitting so sexual. Nick sips. Nick sips. Nick sips. Nick sips.
And going on towards Ninja Turtle.
VCR Party Line. VCR Party Line. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Line. VCR Party Line.
Melinda's VCR party
everybody.
Tuesday
Welcome.
night. Everybody's here. I'm Joe. That's Nick. That's Steve. That's George. And I'm in the office with 11,000 VHS tapes. We're trying to watch all of them. Where are we at? 39%, would you say? Because we just keep getting new boxes. So I would say
No,
maybe
we
like
haven't-
39% of the way there.
I think we're at 10%. We haven't moved a notch because we like you said, we keep getting new boxes of tapes. We unbox them on our unboxing show,
Yep.
and we can't keep up with the pace.
It's like MC Scat Cat once said, 2 steps forward, two steps back. How many steps back? 2 steps back.
Yeah, yep, the
Yeah.
same amount that they went forward. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yep, just like
so,
that
yeah.
animated cat said with Paul Abdul.
Mhm.
We have not made any progress in our VHS going through progress. But,
Here's a case
yeah.
in point. We got some new stuff here, and I want to show these off because these look pretty good. Flying the blimp. This is for kids who want to fly a blimp. This is a job for I think one person, right? I think there's only one person who flies this blimp.
There's a
So
pilot.
if you want to
yeah.
fly this blimp, you have to watch this video.
Okay.
GateCon 2000, not just a convention. What con do you think this is for?
Gateway Computers.
Steve, George?
Well, that's a good guess. I'm gonna go with Heaven's Gate.
Muted.
Huh? Who?
I went with Heaven's Gate.
Oh, okay.
They had a convention.
Yeah, the Nike shoes and the purple and
the
everything.
Hill Bob comment. Yeah.
George,
I think
you were part of Heaven's Gate, weren't you? I remember that. Yeah.
George
All
has
right,
full
he's
marks
unmute.
tonight.
It's for
Okay.
Stargate. Stargate, the TV series. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay,
It's
we gotta
90
watch that.
90 minutes exactly, and it's rated PG-13. I wonder why it's rated PG-13.
Yeah, for a convention.
I have two more to show. One VHS tape here. I know we already have this, but we have to keep this one. It's Marty Stauffer's Wild America, and this is Susan's copy.
Susan.
But I forgot how great this cover is.
Okay.
It's a chipmunk drinking a martini on the cover there. Yep.
Oh, those are some fantastic follies depicted there.
That's a fantastic folly right there. I want to show something else too, because we do these raffles and these sweepstakes, and we get a lot of letters, and we just pull out the winner, and then we kind of forget about the other ones. Well, I was going through some of the other ones, and look at people send like thoughtful VHS
Garfield
on
on
it.
a tape.
But then look at this, the art in here. It says "Keep up the good work." And then it has you and I on it on a stack of VHS tapes, and we're kissing.
Yeah, those proportions look right.
Yep. And I've worn a Newport shirt there too. You can see
Your head is 4 times the size of mine.
Yep. And I'm assuming you're wearing an elf shirt. We can't see it, but it's probably an elf shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really a
Wow.
nice thing. All
What'll
in
Jim
here.
Davis think of next?
Yeah, I don't even know who gave it to us. I don't know, but that's going up on
Thank
the
you
shelf.
for that.
Yeah.
Amazing. I just have a few to show off because like I said, we get new ones in all the time. This is a hot and fresh how-to kit by KFC. So I have not watched that one yet. I'm looking forward to that.
Hot and fresh together at last.
Hot and fresh, and also Ben from Oddity Archive, which is another VHS-based. Well, not only VHS, but like Dead Media, Laserdisc, all this stuff. He's coming on to show some clips from his Laserdisc karaoke collection. And I just got a couple of karaoke videos to show. This is what they're kind of doing, a fun human pyramid, looks like, for this one, before singing karaoke.
Human centipede, I think it's called.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What did I say? Pyramid? No.
Yeah. No, it's a human centipede that they...
Yep. So, and then this couple's very much in love singing Summer Lovin'. I don't know. I just
is that a Getty image? Do you think, or is that?
Oh, I think they actually shot this with models.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that guy doesn't look model ready to me, but could just be me. I don't know. So more karaoke videos to come. I hope everyone sings along with tonight's episode.
George, I heard you found some stuff too, or I got the text message. You found some stuff. What's going on?
George is muted. He can't unmute. He's asking us to unmute him, and I tried, and it won't let.
How can we unmute him?
Unmute.
Okay,
Here, unmute. I tried. Can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute
themselves. Interesting. Oh, this could be a fun, like, pantomime sort of. Maybe you could just show the videos and we could comment on them. That could be fun. All right, let's see. Cover up behind the Iran-Contra affair. That looks good.
Oh, is that conspiracy theory?
Video professor. Okay. Oh, I think George found these. He texted us a picture. He found these on the ground in his neighborhood in Brooklyn. Picked them up without gloves.
There will be. Yes. You did use gloves, or he got glove.
Okay.
One of those two.
All right. Nervous system side effects subprotocol.
Okay.
Wow. That seems like something that shouldn't be on the ground. And then there's this pantomime act.
I kind of like it.
Yeah,
I kind of like it. It's
I keep trying to unmute him, and he says he can't. So I don't know why he's muted, but we'll remedy that. Even if you have to leave and come back, George, we'll figure this out.
Here's the thing: we're doing a MelindaCon coming up here on the weekend of August 19th. We have a bunch of Melindas coming in to watch our brand new Volume 10 show at the Bell House, and then we're gonna have a lot of other fun stuff coming up here. But while you're here, when you come to Brooklyn, walk around the neighborhoods, because in boxes people have these giveaway free boxes on the stoops, and you can find good VHS there. I found a lot of great VHS. I think Chinese secrets of Chinese lovemaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was found
Chinese
on the
lovemaking secrets.
Yep.
And let's not forget about your Thomas's English Muffin hat that you found on a Halloween
stole
scarecrow.
hat. Yeah, it was a heist.
Yeah,
but,
stocking cap.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. So walk around when you get here, and yeah.
That's good advice. Well, let's get into some actual footage with a segment we call Found Footage Festival Classics.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Okay, what do we have? It's International Women's Day tomorrow. McKenna, our archive helper, editor, formerly Grub Child, alerted us that it was International Women's Day, and we should really celebrate that, I think.
Well, why don't we show some actual VHS tapes from that will celebrate.
Okay, it's a good way to kick it off.
Yeah. So, and then I have a video that's a soon-to-be classic. This is Miracles of Hands-On Healing for Women Only. Won't work for men.
Ladies.
Golf for women only, in quotation marks.
And we still haven't watched any of these tapes because it says we're not allowed to.
No, yeah. Well, McKenna can. Let's see. Happy birthday, a stripogram. Yeah.
Could be for men or women, I guess, but
yeah.
Probably more geared towards women.
The Art of Exotic Dancing for Everyday Women. Everyday women get celebrated too on International Women's Day.
That's great.
Yep. Women and Waiters. I think this one's just for pervs. I think this is strictly for pervs. Women's Coleslaw Wrestling.
Yep, another thing that to celebrate International Women's Day.
And Women at Large presents Volume 1, Large and Extra Large Women. So
all sorts of women being celebrated. I don't know if I don't know. I'm going to throw McKenna under the bus. She said it's International Women's Day tomorrow, so maybe there's 2 Women's Days. Maybe it's National Women's Day on March 8th, and maybe it's on August 9th. It's
is there another one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
The crowd, Melinda's are making sure that we know it's the 8th in the chat.
It's what?
It's March 8th.
It's March 8th?
That's what the majority of the chat is saying.
It's like 14 months ago.
What? I don't know, but a woman pointed this out to me. I'm just saying this wasn't my fault. Not all men. We really screwed up International Women's Day.
Wow.
We really screwed it up.
It's not even tomorrow? It's not tomorrow?
Maybe it's like August 9th. Here, look at McKenna's email. August 9th, International Women's Day. I'm sure a lot of people will be posting about it, says McKenna. So I think maybe it's like in wrestling how there's like the Intercontinental belt, and then there's like the International belt, and then there's the belt of the world. Maybe
March 8th is just like domestic.
Women's Day.
American women, right?
Yeah, good old-fashioned American women, and International Women's Day.
International, we look outside. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Let's go with that. Let's run with that. Because
right.
I have a video to play. I have a soon-to-be classic. This is not a Found Footage Festival classic yet, but it's going to be a classic. I played this. I don't know. I really milked this. We got this brand new tape from the guy who did video dating with all the dudes from 1987, trying to find a mate. Well, women did it too, and I cut a clip that I'm going to put up online tomorrow for International Women's Day. I guess are we still going to do this?
I don't know. And we've already screwed up celebrating International Women's Day enough. Maybe don't use the term we're milking this for all it's worth.
Oh yeah. I should use that. Yeah,
I don't really want to. We're already 4 guys trying.
I have it queued up here, so let's just play it. Why not? So this is what we might put up on the internet tomorrow. So all right, here it is.
For someone who's looking for me, someone.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth, and I live in the West San Fernando Valley. Pardon me.
Hi, I'm Jana. I'm looking for
a birthday party.
Does she ever explain the cake?
Hi, no. I'm Linda. Well, when I'm not using my doctor and pharmacy to troubleshoot a large healthcare computer system, I'm over at the gym pumping iron or driving my black Porsche with the wind blowing through my hair and singing along with Anita Baker's Rapture of Love.
I guess you could say I'm an Oreo cookie freak. I have an Oreo cookie jar, Oreo salt and pepper shakers. I like to collect anything with an Oreo on it. And I love to eat double stuffed ones. They're the best. Oh,
My
I
name's
live
Nick Brewer.
under a mountain or on a mountain? Under a mountain, walk up the mountain.
Bette Midler. I laugh hysterically at Bette Midler.
I have 2 cats. And I don't know how to ride a horse. I was a flop at canoeing.
I'm looking for a romanticist. Spend time at the fireplace.
Someone that's clean. Be clean, you know? I keep my car very clean, and I expect a man to do the same.
And I also like very meaty men.
One who is charming, personable, doesn't smoke in my face.
Well, I gotta go now, but keep in touch, okay? Bye. That's it.
That's Robin. She nailed it.
There we
Was she
go.
the Oreo
So,
cookie freak?
huh?
Was she the Oreo cookie freak?
Yeah.
Robin?
Okay.
Okay.
She was the one. So happy International Women's Day, everybody. I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're 7 months late, but happy International Women's Day, everybody. I don't know.
Oh,
We really should fact check these things beforehand.
Somebody put up in the
it would-
comments. Somebody put up in the comments that tomorrow is South African Women's Day, or Women's Day in South Africa. So I don't know if that's true or not.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Well-
Is that close enough for us?
I mean,
We just did it.
Yeah.
have-
Okay.
we have 297 viewers. I wonder how many are from South Africa and celebrating tomorrow. All right. I'm sorry, women. Let's get it. Oh, well, Steve, did anybody sell out to you this week?
They certainly did. And much like George, I'm having some issues. I'm seeing all the videos late, so this is going to be interesting to see if this actually shares.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Wait, you're sharing a video
really-
or your screen?
I'm just going to share my screen. Let me see if this works. You tell me if it comes up, because I'm seeing everything delayed. But Natasha Hawkins is selling or buying my background for her husband Bob's birthday, which is on August 9th, tomorrow.
Oh,
Patch the
International
Wonder
Women's
Dog-
Day.
Yeah. Oh, the same day.
What a
Oh.
coincidence.
Oh.
It is Bob's birthday and International Women's Day. It's somewhere. So she wanted to promote Bob's birthday. It's the last his last birthday before they have a baby in December. So congratulations on
Before they have a
yeah,
baby in
having
December,
and-
did you say?
Yes,
You
this
cut
will be his
out,
last
yeah, okay.
birthday as a non-father, I guess. I don't know what the words are.
Oh, look at
You can
this.
see-
Oh, sharp. Yeah, we can see it.
Oh, they
Okay,
got
good.
nice things. I can
They
see
got a
some
nice
nice
pup.
things.
They got a frisbee fucker frisbee.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Bob. Yes. And you know what? So we have Jim W. Hawkins, we have Dave Hawkins, and now we have Bob Hawkins too. I think like last year, do you remember I did a Hawkins versus Hawkins where I had Jim W.
Yeah.
Hawkins go up against Dave Hawkins?
Yeah.
Maybe I could throw Bob Hawkins into this mix, like Jim versus Dave versus Bob.
I think that,
I like
yeah,
it.
Hawkins versus Hawkins
Who's-
versus Hawkins.
Well,
Who's
you
gonna
could
be-
also have Patch Hawkins. I'm assuming the dog shares the last name. You know, Patch Hawkins could be involved too.
Okay, yeah.
Seems like a winner.
Yeah, let's get all the Hawkins involved here. Happy birthday, Bob. Yeah,
Happy
thanks for watching our
birthday.
show. Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Let's get into another regular segment on the show. This is a production company from the Twin Cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul called Scimitar, and one of their non-special interest releases. Occasionally they did movies. I've shown a couple of movies that they did, and it was usually like either really cheapo schlock stuff or the other thing they could afford, which was public domain movies. And I think every single like mom and pop production company from the Twin Cities has, or from anywhere, has done Night of the Living Dead at some point, because it just, it got to the point where you could, Good Times could put it out, whoever could put it out. So Scimitar did, but they added a little zhuzh to it. They got John Carradine, who, you know why John Carradine's famous?
Is he Lewis and Revenge of the Nerds?
He's the father of Lewis and Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
So Jonathan Carradine, I'm sorry. Jonathan Carradine was in a bunch of vampire movies. He played Dracula and stuff. So he's hosting this because I guess
But he's dad. He's Lewis's dad, though.
Yeah,
He is
he's Lewis's dad.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert Carradine's. I might have said Robert at the beginning. It's Jonathan who's in this. Anyway, here's the intro that he does for Night of the Living Dead. And look at Scimitar's trying to couch the fact that they shoot everything in EP. Due to the age of these classic scenes, some may appear less than others.
Why did they capitalize the word feature, Nick? down
It's
there?
the important word, Joe.
It's the important word.
Yep.
Got it.
That's why you capitalize things.
Okay.
The dad of Lewis from
Hello.
Nerds.
I'm your host, John Carradine, and I'm pleased to present Night of the Living Dead. It was made on a very small budget with an unknown cast by an unknown director named George Romero, but it became a great cult classic. Film critic Pauline Kael once called it undoubtedly the best movie ever made in Pittsburgh. I didn't know anybody ever made a movie in Pittsburgh. I don't know why anybody should. I've made 493 films and done
Camera's not coming
178
back.
plays, and not one of them was in Pittsburgh. Now let's prepare for horror and the Night of the Living Dead.
A zoom in and a zoom out.
His entire intro was about how he couldn't understand why anyone would shoot a movie in Pittsburgh. So I guess he just chose to take Pittsburgh down a peg to introduce this classic.
I think they let him freestyle. I think they let him freestyle, and I think that they let the cinematographer, the videographer, because he zooms in, then he just zooms out, and then he ends it right there. I was disappointed because I thought it was going to be Mr. Skolnick, who is the one who was going to be
Academy Award winner James Cromwell. No, it was
that's
not him.
Lewis's dad. Yeah.
No, not in real life. They weren't related in real life.
Dang.
But that's Scimitar shoveling out content for most of the 90s. So there's plenty more where that came from.
Why was he like a horror guy? Why did they have him?
Yeah, he was he played Dracula. He was in like a lot of those early horror movies, and also was in a lot of Cecil B. DeMille movies. So he's just sort of a classic actor. But
do you think he was ashamed of his son when he played Lewis in Revenge of the Nerds? Do you think
I think he has like 20 kids from 4 different wives, so he probably didn't even.
Is that for real?
Didn't even register it. Yeah, he had a lot of kids. So. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's we've been talking about how we directed 2 movies.
That's a good idea, George. Try to unplug your headphones. That's a good idea.
Jiggle the handle. No, that's not it.
He tried that. That.
So we didn't direct Chop and Steal, but they made a documentary about it. It's called Chop and Steal. You can stream it anywhere on Amazon, Apple, or you can get it on Blu-ray and DVD now. But we haven't talked as much about Life on the Farm, which is a documentary by Oscar Harding that we produced because it's about the weirdest home movie we've ever seen. That is also streaming.
Well, also the Melindas largely produced that because we did a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or one of those things on here, and then we got a bunch of money from that. We were able to make it with Melinda money. And the whole thing kicks off with presented by the Melindas, or is that what it is? Presented by Melinda's picture,
Melinda Production, something like that.
The Melindas present.
The Melindas present. So you really should see it. You can stream it anywhere. But if you like physical media, there's tons of extras on the Blu-ray and the DVD. And I was like, I should check out the Amazon reviews for that. There's fewer of them, so you really should go in and leave a review. That always helps the movie get bumped up and get seen by more people. But I thought we could revisit or we could look at some of these because one of them's pretty good. So we got A Life on the Farm there. I think, hey, the algorithm's knocking this out of the park. You could buy both together here, Chop and Steal.
Okay.
They recommend Fletch. And then down here, actors, Joe Pickett, Nick Brewer. I guess we're actors in the movie.
Huh. All right.
Okay, so 2 written reviews here. Disturbing, hilarious, and moving. What an incredible film. It talks about an amateur filmmaker, shows the birth and death in matter-of-fact way that you would encounter in the farm, plus a heavy dose of surreal humor to go along with it. Found it hilarious and moving at every turn, with every minute. And then the other one just says what you want to see. And this says, I can't read this one. Can you read what this says?
Oh, it's not coming in for me either.
No? Okay. I can't see it. But, of course, that's a reference to the fact that he has cats in the movie, and he calls them by this, I think, a word that older people use to describe kitty cats.
Yeah.
Younger
he
people
calls
don't
them,
as much.
he refers to them as that. Yeah.
Yep. So that is the reference there. It wasn't somebody trying to be vulgar.
George, will you say it?
Yeah. Can you? Come on. It's South African International Women's Day in a few hours. So let's try to keep this above board.
Okay.
Anyway, so go in and leave a review. It helps us out on Amazon or Apple. And in the meantime, we're going to keep serving you up classic segments like This Week in Flying Windows. You guys follow gig tapes on Instagram? Gig, like a band's gig tapes.
I think I do. Yeah, I
Good
think I do.
stuff.
Yeah.
They post short video clips like we do, and it's very well curated. And I saw one the other day that I thought, hey, might ruffle some feathers in the flying window community, but I feel like we got to do that every once in a while. Can't all be safe. So this is a video that I want to earmark for tax time. It's a VHS tape called Tax Party.
Now there's a reason for a party. So let's get started. Party! Party! Tax party!
It's Jonathan Pond's Tax Party, hosted by the taxman himself, Jonathan Pond, CPA.
Tax party!
What do you
All
think?
right. All right, go!
Steve's
It looks
gonna
like
have-
Windows into the Sea to me.
Yeah, Steve's gonna have some opinions, and they're a bit translucent. They appear to be a bit translucent, but they are. There's drop shadows, no borders.
All right, go! Tax party!
Yeah, I will allow them as flying windows because of the precedent that's been set with the Windows into the
Right.
Sea. So
I believe.
I agree.
Yeah.
You do agree? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Good, Wayne. Our official window counter. We've got a few more to add to the list.
It's an easy day for her. It looked like there were only maybe 3 or 4 there.
Yep.
So
She's punching out early.
Yeah.
Ship windows are around. Yeah, that's true. Yep. So, Stephen, guys, is we're all in consensus, I believe. George,
Yeah, all right,
just give us
all
a
right.
thumbs. Okay. All right.
Okay, cool. I want George to talk. I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
I want to hear George say some words. Come on. Like tap the side of your computer or something, like blow on some wires. Unplug it
Do
and
you
plug it
want
back
to
in.
try to leave and come back, George, and we could?
Because
Okay.
we're gonna need you. We're gonna need
Yeah.
you here. Yeah.
Let's. You can leave. We're going to play the Raviolis intro, and then join us midway through Raviolis, and hopefully your audio
And
works.
when we're playing the ravioli thing, I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna grab a set of tapes here. So here we go.
Okay,
Ready?
we're multitasking.
And, here we go.
Ravioli.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Okay, so hopefully George will be back.
crime.
We're gonna bring Ben from Oddity Archive on in a minute. But Joe, I thought last week we tried to play tribute to Paul Rubens with Dana, and it was broken up by a lot of filth, a lot of disturbing clips, and somebody was like, "Only on VCR Party would it go." Touching tribute to Paul Rubens. Wound care video, more touching clip, and a
While it
sweet
was playing,
engagement
I was like,
story. Our
yeah.
friend Dana's sweet engagement story of her parents who were watching, by the way.
While I was
And
playing, I
then-
was like, we should probably have meetings before shows at some point to figure out what the best way to do
Hey,
this is.
the reason we've gone for 278 episodes is because it's sustainable.
Because we
just
don't have to
kinda-
have meetings.
Exactly. Yep.
We're not meeting people. So yeah. All right, let's just keep doing what we're doing.
And it
even
looks like George is back with the mic.
Oh yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
He's back.
Woo!
All right.
We did
You're
it.
just in time for a little segment that I call
Oh no.
This Week in Moist Wound Healing. So this is a 4-part series, and I'll show it to you here. Actually, wait, it's a 5-part series. So can you bring that up, Nick? Can you put me up here?
Yeah.
This was on the shelf a few weeks ago, and Steve pointed it out when he was in the office. He's like, "What is this show? What is this series?" And it's called Moist Wound Healing.
Smith and Nephew.
That was a short-lived ABC series, I think. 13 episodes.
So I guess they're
1985.
5-part series. Okay, so it's a
Yeah.
5-part series. So
Yeah, I guess it's gonna stretch out into
we're going into
maybe
September on this
October.
one.
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
All right, so this new week, I think it's a different type of wound that we're going to be seeing being healed with moisture. All right, you ready? Here we go.
OpSite FlexiGrid and OpSite FlexiFix are transparent.
Nick, you know about grammar stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is FlexiGrid in all caps, but FlexiFlix flexi
To
sticks.
emphasize grid, I believe. Flexi grid, yeah.
I think it's out of an abundance of appreciation of the person's derriere. It's trying to be respectful, right? Is that what I'm looking at on the left?
And the I don't know what that. I don't know. It's hunks of flesh is what these all are.
Hunks of flesh. There's a new corner.
So wait. Flexi grid is all caps to show respect for.
Yeah. Well, let's have this debate while the video's playing. Let's.
Okay, here we go.
Adhesive films used for both primary and secondary dressings. As primary dressings, they are used to create a moist wound healing environment for the management of superficial wounds like skin tears and shallow, low drainage wounds.
Hey, look, this wasn't my idea. If you think this, Steve is the one who found this tape and said, "Hey, Joe, you should do this."
You're helpless.
I did not say that. I did not.
No
say
choice.
That.
Well, you pointed it out. We wouldn't be doing this.
I pointed it out. I didn't say, "Hey, Joe, go do this."
Well, stay tuned next week for Smith and Nephews.
There was a lot more in the end of that clip that that was a first time thing we've seen. I think at the end.
But I don't
that
even
last
think
clip.
Really. I don't even think like the algorithm could detect that, and it would be like.
Well, I'm calling them. Yeah,
you're gonna complain. All right, next week we got gel dressings next week, so stay tuned for that.
My problem with wounds is they're so superficial. A lot of them in this day and age. What what else do you have?
Do you want me to knock out all these before?
Yeah,
we
let's
bring
knock
on the
them out.
guests?
Let's do
Okay.
then we'll bring on Ben and it'll
Okay,
just be
that's
a clean
smart.
break.
That's
Yeah.
smart. Okay, here's a new corner, and I'm not going to have it as a pitch corner because this is going to be a new corner. I'm kind of obsessed with alien stuff right now, with those, the congressional hearings, the UFO congressional hearings. We have a ton of UFO videos. If they're anything, if they're like even half as good as the Bigfoot videos,
good point.
then I'm on board. And there's going to be a lot of amateur alien videos. So there's one that we opened up during the do I have it here? I don't think I have it here, but we opened it during the Foxy Unboxing called Alien Autopsy, and I gave it to McKenna. I said,
It's a scimitar, by the way.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
A lot
right.
of
hosted by Jonathan Frakes.
It is. Who's
Yeah.
he?
He is on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He is Commander Riker, the second in command of the USS Enterprise D. And I showed that. I had that tape. I showed it a few weeks ago. But
Did you really?
Yeah.
Here's the reason I'm showing it is first of all, like I said, I'm going on a big alien kick. That might be my big fall thing coming up here. But when I asked McKenna the other day, I was like, was there anything good on that tape? And she said, it's pretty good. There's one part where they blur out the aliens' genitals. And that was good enough for me. So they blur out
Wounds and genitals. And then okay. All right.
I'm going through something right now. I think I'm going through something. I don't know what it is.
Like the rest of the time.
Okay. Here, and I'm calling this the new segment is UFO ravioli. This is a UFO ravioli. All right, here we go.
It's one spicy autopsy.
If what you are about to see is real, it's the most startling film footage in history. Although we remain skeptical, some experts believe this is authentic footage of an alien life form. Real or not, we must warn you. This appears to be an actual autopsy. Some of the footage you will see in the next hour is very gruesome. Stay with us as we put the question to you. Alien autopsy, fact or fiction?
Or horseshit.
I bet this is on like Fox in like summertime, like there's summer programming kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe like TNT or TLC or something like that.
Whether or not this is real, this is an actual autopsy. I like that sentence.
Jumping through a lot of hoops to not get sued or
Should that be at the end of our of the show? Should we add that to there? Whether
maybe at the beginning.
Or not? Okay. Oh yeah.
You are watching the autopsy of what some say is an alien from outer space. Though silent, the 17-minute film is as dramatic as any science fiction thriller to come out of Hollywood. But this may not be a filmmaker's fantasy. This could.
But they never describe the genitals of the alien. What? They're blurring
He's
it
hung
out.
like a Venusian.
Should we?
This modestly endowed alien was found in Roswell, New Mexico.
But it's not a human though. So I don't think the FCC would require them to blur it out. And then also
not
like
human.
It's nature.
Well, they don't blur out like dogs' dongs, do they? Like if I've seen dogs' dongs in like dog food commercials.
We
and
haven't
they
on
don't.
this show.
Did we?
No.
Oh
we
yeah.
didn't.
Well, when Marty was on, we saw it every week.
Yeah.
But YouTube never complained about that. That's why I'm saying, like, why do they have to blur out alien dongs or beefs?
I don't know. Normally these amount of pixels are reserved for February, but not in an alien Neoli segment.
UFO-ly.
Right.
Yeah,
Big mosaic.
Very well, be real. The strange body appears intact, except for an ugly wound on the right thigh. 2 mysterious doctors wearing contamination suits study its bizarre features. A third person wearing a mask watches from behind the glass partition.
Like a creep.
Is this indeed a top-secret military autopsy performed on an alien in 1947? Like with any mystery, we need to hear from witnesses, examine the hard evidence, and bring in the experts.
And not talk about their genitals.
The hard evidence.
And we'll absolutely not talk about their genitals at all.
I'm Jonathan Frakes, and I've seen behind the pixels.
Whether or not those channels are real, I've touched them.
I believe that was debunked too. It was like 2 British like pranksters who were trying to get that.
I mean, you watch 5 minutes. You watch 5 minutes of it, you can debunk it. It's so like strategically shot from behind and like shaky.
Right.
Like, why would they be like moving all around like when they're in this autopsy room? I don't know.
All right, wounds, pixelated alien genitals.
I'm done. Those are my UFO raviolis.
Well, let's bring on a gentleman that we're big fans of. We've had him open for us at a live show before. Direct from South Dakota, it's Ben Minot from the Oddity Archive. Hi, Ben. How are you?
Ben, there he is.
Well, I was worried there. I thought I wouldn't be able to finally say hi to George after all this time. Sure, dude.
You could have said hi. He couldn't have said hi back. I think that was the issue.
I like that you're keeping it mysterious still. I like that you have Nick Nolte on there from in full Melinda form. Looking
it's
good.
My way of saying hello, Melinda's.
Nice.
Well, Ben, for those who don't know about the channel, Oddity Archive, tell folks about what you do and why you're behind a cardboard box.
I'm behind a cardboard box because back in 2012, Blip.tv, if you remember that, said I didn't spend enough time on camera. So this was kind of, okay, this is the first thing I got. But
so that was like, in other words, like you couldn't just play or upload VHS and Laserdisc footage. You had to actually be in front of the camera enough for it to be fair use. Was that the idea?
It wasn't a fair use thing. It was a getting kicked off the site thing. Even though I was narrating it and setting everything up, they didn't like it. But a lot of it was either footage or, out of necessity at times, slideshows.
Okay, ran a tight ship over at Blip TV.
Yeah, and look what it got them.
Yeah, they're no longer with us, are they? I haven't heard about
they went under in 2015, I think.
But what kind of stuff do you do on the channel?
I kind of just generically call it the audio-visual landfill. It's audio, it's video, it's content, it's tech, it's everything. So it's a great way to not fill a niche.
Well,
you also have those videos where you go out to thrift stores and you just record stuff that you find, and I love those. Those are my favorites. You do those every so often. And,
when I have the footage for it.
Yeah, it's and you go to the good ones too, and you find like good stuff there actually. So
I try to. It's gotten a lot harder since I moved to South Dakota. If there's one thing I miss about Colorado, it was the thrift stores. But when the material is there, I put them out, and I usually get a bunch of complaints saying, "Oh God, one of these again." But it has its fans.
I'm a fan.
I like those. And one thing too that I think we were doing a montage of karaoke videos. There was a lot of like VHS stuff, but we'd seen some of your videos that you digitized some. I think mostly from Laserdisc. These like karaoke videos where you could watch a video, and they're so funny because there's weird ones where like the actions that the people are doing in the karaoke video don't really match the song, or it was just unrelated B-roll that they put the lyrics over. What have you noticed
Right.
about karaoke stuff?
That YouTube doesn't like it. I had to discontinue laser karaoke back in 2019. But the fun ones are the ones that are the cheap foreign ones, the ones that come from the Philippines, from Hong Kong, Australia, and because they are largely just taking B-roll. And also I do another series called Record Ripoffs, which is all about sound-alike albums. And the quality of a lot of the renditions of a lot of the tunes are about on par with it. So it was a nice kind of double dose of comedy. But I checked the montage for tonight. It came up clean on YouTube for me. Hopefully it doesn't give you any trouble.
Fantastic.
But,
wow. Did your homework.
But before we run it, I was hoping I could show off just a couple of the covers just to show you what we're up against here. So both of these do have footage from the montage that you'll see later. But this first one has Dazzey Ducks on it, but they call it Rhythm and Blues. But I did not know Three Little Pigs, the Green Jelly song, was Rhythm and Blues. I think Dazzey Ducks or Daisy Dukes is debatable on that front.
Yeah.
Right alongside Stevie Wonder's really heartbreaking Lately.
Yeah. Yeah, just classic rhythm and blues songs all around.
Wait, so Dazzey Ducks is Daisy Dukes. All right.
Correct.
Right? Okay, I got it.
Yes, and there's
I'm confused about
a lot of what happened is a lot of them get translated into one language and back to another. So sometimes it's phonetic, sometimes it's just the syntax is off, and that's kind of an example of that.
Because I was looking up, and like there's a group called, or a guy called Deuce, spelled like juice, that did Daisy Dukes, but spelled that way. And I think it was to like avoid the copyright infringement from the makers of Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah.
But then the 69 Boys did one, and I think they called it Daisy Dukes spelled the way of the right way. So I don't know. I'm not sure. But there's two songs called Daisy Dukes.
You've done your more research than I have on that one. Admittedly, when you sent me the email, Nick, I was just kind of like, oh, do I even have any of this stuff? Because you would think the tune from Grease, Summer Lovin', would be one. No. So when we do,
well, I should clarify. I asked you for summer karaoke songs that we could all sing along to with the video. So you put together a good montage.
It's a stretch.
What is summer karaoke? Like, is that a theme of some sort?
Well, I was thinking hot, hot, hot. You know, songs that have to do with summer activities. Just like I thought it'd be a fun. There's not that the activity is that. I just thought it'd be a fun like clip to post and. You know.
See, that's your mistake, trying to have fun. Joe is about disgusting people and driving them off the site.
You're doing it way wrong, Nick. You're doing it way wrong.
Well,
what's the other one?
If it's any consolation, Joe, there is, I think, some modestly disgusting footage. Really sexy. I mean, I think I'm tying into International Women's Day if I didn't miss it entirely. I caught that conversation right.
South Africa tomorrow. So,
South Africa.
Oh, well, there might be a little South African in here. I'm not sure.
All right, we'll take it.
It's truly mutt. But anyway, I only have two of these to show.
Yeah.
But this is one of my favorite series, and I think this might be the one with the Caribbean Queen on it, which wound up on Found Footage Festival.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Volume 9.
And it's the Love Song Everlasting series. It's supposed to be Everlasting Love Song, but somebody messed up, I think.
The translation, right? Well, that's what's fun about a lot of these. The lyrics are on screen. There's a lot of typos. Let's watch.
Nick, are you going to get mad if some of these are more of like a fall or like a winter karaoke?
Don't think I'm not going to ask Ben for different seasonal karaoke montages.
Okay, so like when spring rolls around, we'll do a spring karaoke.
Plan on it. There's a lot of songs about summer. That was the impetus here. So here we go.
We're all going on a summer holiday. No more working for a week or two. Fun and laughter on a summer holiday.
What the hell song is that?
I like the video for this one.
Tall and tan and young and lovely. The girl from Ipanema goes walking, and when she passes each
Not a great lead vocal track here. video makes sense.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, 'cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Terrible lead vocal.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, 'cause there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Ooh, innuendo possibly.
Oh, yeah.
I've been watching you.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, I think most of these people don't know they're being filmed right now. Yeah, that guy definitely did not sign a release.
Here's the summer activities.
Oh yes, yes. There's a clown there.
Yeah, this could be you. What does this have to do with the song?
I don't know that song either.
She's simply so awesome. She touched by me
In plenty on chains. That's how the song goes.
Yeah.
But she doesn't see. She really doesn't see.
Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Watch what happens in this scenario here.
What the hell is going on here?
Iocane powder.
And my lips, they could not speak.
She's slipping him a Mickey.
Yeah.
There is the summer karaoke montage from Oddity Archive. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love them all.
I want to watch the full versions of those. Those
Yeah.
They
YouTube
left
doesn't want us to, but
No. I think the Caribbean Queen one I have on Archive Annex, but I think that's about it. My other channel.
There's another clip you sent me, Ben, that I was flummoxed by. This was, I guess, a new concept in karaoke for people who wanted to go perform stand-up, maybe, but they didn't have material.
Yeah,
Tell us about comedy karaoke.
Yeah, I sent you the artwork if you need to bring it up, but I do indeed have.
Yeah. Let's look at the actual Laserdisc.
Volume 1. So anyway, somebody, I guess, I don't know if it was Henny Youngman's idea or what, but it says it's from Henny Youngman, licensed from Henny Youngman.
Really?
So I don't know what
he was
the
the
deal
master of the
was.
one-liner, but
Yeah,
I
and it
wonder if
does
they
have
used
like "Take My Wife, Please" in there and some of his more well-known jokes.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know whose idea it was or what the point of it was.
But the idea was basically like they'll give you jokes to read, and you'll stand up and you'll just read them, and you'll be the comedian,
right?
And then they would send the royalty checks to Henny Youngman for coming up with the idea.
All
That's the
35
idea.
cents. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think this idea will be fun is if we each take a turn reading some of these the jokes, or we do the comedy karaoke along. I mean, we're semi-professional comedy people. Well, I think we can give this a shot.
Yeah,
and
we don't really do stand up, but maybe this would be a good like introduction.
Yeah,
let's get our feet wet.
Let's try to sell it, and maybe we would have a career in stand up. So I'll take the first line, and then Joe, and then we'll go around the horn.
Okay.
Thanks. Great to be here. What a crowd. Boy, I had some childhood. Let me tell you. I was
Why are
an
they
ugly
cheering
kid.
right now?
They cheer throughout. I should note it's
People
a very
love ugly
surreal-
babies.
It's a very surreal audio loop that runs through the entire thing. You will probably hear it in your head tonight in your sleep and probably for weeks after. When I covered this on Archive several years ago, it kind of haunted me for a while. So I'm just sharing the love here.
So the joke's on us here then.
Yeah, you hear
know
like
what?
the same woman scream several times in it.
Yes.
They just love the setup to this joke.
All right, now where was I? Okay.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you, I was an ugly baby. When I was born, the doctor slapped everybody. All right, Joe, why don't you
Yeah, I
take
think
this
yeah. Hey, how you doing? It's wonderful to be here. What a crowd! What a crowd! My sister married a real bum. This is a true story. True story. Real bum. He has a surefire way to save money. He forgets who he borrowed it from. No, let me try that again. He forgets who he borrowed it from.
Okay, good. I think the second one nailed it. Steve, let's hear you on this one.
The yellow part is the punchline, so really deliver that, Steve.
Got it. So why'd the cat open the refrigerator? He wanted to be a cool cat.
The crowd loving it. George?
I knew my school had a drug problem when I saw a crack vial shaped like Fred Flintstone. Yeah, Fred Flintstone.
I see what you mean. Like that is bad. Like that sounds specifically.
And actually, that happened at my school, so this isn't funny, you know.
Oh, this one hit close to home.
But wait a second, a crack vial shaped like the vitamins?
That's
yes.
That's what I thought, but it still doesn't quite make sense.
No, I knew my school had a vitamin problem when I saw a crack vial shaped like
Ben, this is your video. Do you have the answer? What that means?
What the joke means?
Yeah.
I think the joke was on us.
Yeah.
I really don't know. And when I picked these out, I deliberately picked out the most nonsensical ones.
Yeah.
The best advice I can give is try and deliver it normally. Way to deliver the punchline, and it should coincide with the burst of laughter.
Oh, okay. Let's try that because Nick, we each get one more now, right?
I think so. We'll see how.
Let's try to do that. Let's try to read it more fluidly.
Okay. Thank you. So I got some riddles for you. All right, here's one. What does a cat say when it stubs its toe? Meow.
Oh, they liked it. It. How do you keep a rooster from crowing on Sunday? Cook him on Saturday.
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree? Because he was dead.
Here's my comedy.
You can always remember, men are like blenders. You know you need one, but you're not sure why.
Because that's
your
your is wrong there.
Yeah.
And you got 3 exclamation points on that one, George.
That's
you
why
really
I get
have
the guttural voice.
Oh, okay.
That's what that means.
Got it. Ben, you want to take us home?
Yeah, Ben.
Let me leave you with this. What does SWM stand for in a personal column? Sneaking while married.
How's hugging it? Run the feet.
Thank you, people, and don't forget to buy my new album, So Long. And I will plug my Oddity Archive soundtrack coming out later this year.
Ooh,
there you
okay.
go.
You do actually have an album.
Yes.
And I think we, better than Daniel Songer. Yeah.
Barry said better than Songer. I don't know. I would like to see Daniel Songer karaoke. Like, we write that up, and that could actually be, could be a lot of fun.
Let's have Tim Herod put that together for us.
Ben, are you familiar with Daniel Songer at all?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
It's probably for the better.
Look him up afterwards. I'd love to see where you stand on Songer.
But we should make a laser karaoke version of Daniel Songer's jokes because
we should. Material
that dances around punchlines but never quite hits any.
It's going to be expensive to make that laser disc, but it's going to be worth it.
It's worth it.
If $12,000 for the recordable unit and about $200 per blank laser disc on
money
the
is no
market.
object.
Yeah.
Oh, here it is. It's like, take it out of the cell hole.
It could be. Yeah. I was going to ask you if there's a way to record a laser disc, and of course you're the guy who has that answer. You brought one more piece of footage here, Ben. It's Mary Lou Henner from Taxi.
Yes.
What was this tape all about? Where'd you find it? What was on it?
Okay, well, early this year, I got my hands on a very short-lived, obscure format called, colloquially known as the Quasar Great Time Machine. Officially, I think it's the VX format. But it was a consumer format. It's these horrifically chunky tapes. If you're familiar with the old broadcast 3/4-inch ones, these are even bigger.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, it's really thick.
Yeah.
Wow.
At best, this was a stopgap between Betamax and VHS. Betamax dropped in November of '75 here in America. VHS here in the States dropped in July or August of '77. This dropped in January. So my best guess is this was somebody's idea of maybe in the short term trying to compete with Beta. But of course, Quasar started making VHS by the end of 1977 and kept using the Great Time Machine name, so they just pretended that this didn't exist.
They went back in their time machine and erased it from history.
But
and so
anyway.
on that tape, you found, was this like a football halftime show, or what's on?
Yeah, a very intrepid archive viewer found the name of it. It's something to the effect of Comedy Football or something. It aired in November of 1979. And whoever recorded this tape, it seemed to be their experimental tape. It cuts out a bunch of times. This has just fragments of things. It says Scrooge. It at one point it probably had part of like Alistair Sim in Scrooge, but yeah, it's just little bits of things. Some commercials, a little bit of Sean Cassidy doing one tune from his then latest album. But yeah, what stuck out was the Mary Lou Henner thing, doing a very unique rendition of "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor.
Can't wait.
Let's take a look. I don't think this is anywhere else. You know, just on that Quasar time machine tape.
Even YouTube's algorithm's gonna be like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's gotten some good mileage in archive land.
Back of a Model T or something.
It's the middle of a football game, right?
Yeah.
Yes, this was presumably the halftime show.
Kind of Sylvester Williams.
Oh,
yeah. Unfortunately, the rest of the show was not there. This is it.
Oh, what we get from the comedy football.
Crowd's going wild.
So now, she and 25 cheerleaders are hopping in the car.
I've got all my love to give. I'll survive. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive. I will survive.
Looks like a high school football field, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, I should, if you don't mind my saying, I should note that whoever recorded this had an unhealthy obsession with that song, "I Will Survive." It appears,
Why do you
I
say
think,
that?
8 times over the course of the tape. And anytime it appeared on American Bandstand or any local dance show, anytime that song came on, they had their finger on the trigger of the VCR, so to speak, and recorded it. But I haven't been able to share it because it's the actual hit. But yeah, I'd say it was a slightly unhealthy obsession with this.
Wow, I like that.
That's what's great about your channel, Bet, is you have these little archival moments in time that are captured on pieces of media that, who even knows how to find a player? Well, Oddity Archive does. So you dug up all these little moments, and you found out about this window into this person's obsession with "I Will Survive."
Yeah, sometimes you learn more about people than you want to.
Ben, as long as we have you here, I want to ask you about a tape that you gave us, and we feature in our, we do the show, we do a Christmas show every year, holiday show that we sometimes tour around, and there's one video that you gave us. Let me see if this works if I share my screen.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, let me see. Can you see this? Yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. So this is a visit with Santa. Yes. Now, where did you find this? Because this is a instant classic.
Well, I found it in a thrift store bin in Aurora, Colorado, and I believe it was purchased in Santa Claus, Indiana, which really exists. And it would be presumably a selection of refrigerator magnets, one for each common name. So I'm assuming there's more. I've only seen one other one on eBay, Fleabay as I call it, and they wanted $40 for it, and I didn't. It was just too cheap to pick it up.
What was the name on it?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay. All right.
But presumably the only difference is when it cuts away. You've seen it a million times, I'm sure by now. Every time it zooms in closer to Santa, for you, for you, cut Amber, that sort of thing. So I'm assuming that's the only difference.
Yeah, I have the clip here. I'll just play a little bit of it as long as we. Can you hear it or
no?
I
You can't
don't
hear it.
Hear anything right now.
Okay, that's the most important part.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have to import. Well, we can play it later. We play it all the time. So
yeah, you can watch it on our Christmas special, which is on
there
our
you go.
website. But yeah, that is a unique find. If you ever find another one for $40, Ben, let us know. We've spent far stupider money on far stupider things. So.
I would say it would depend on the name. You know, if it's a
True.
funny name, we'll do it. If it's a boring name, I don't know. We'll think about it.
Yeah, if it were $40 for Ben or Nick or Joe or George or Steve, then yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
absolutely.
The only names
That's a
that matter.
no-brainer. Yeah.
Right.
And how can people find your? I mean, I have the link in our the description of this video. You can find your YouTube channel. But where do you recommend people go? Do you have a Patreon?
I do have a Patreon, patreon.com/Oddity Archive, youtube.com/Oddity Archive, oddityarchive.com. If you're looking for specific episodes, it's a little easier to find there because some of them aren't on YouTube because YouTube. And really just kind of where you would expect. Twitter @Oddity Archive, Facebook/OddityArchive.com, all that.
Excellent. It was fun having you. Come back. We'll watch some more stuff, and
let's do it.
We love your channel.
Tell me when.
Okay.
Right.
Fantastic. Thanks to old Dazzey Ducks, Ben Minot over there at Oddity Archive. That's Show Us Your Raviolis.
Yeah. Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
All right.
Yeah, that's fun. I want to show a nice thing. So, do you remember when I raffled off the teeth about a month ago or so? And I'm always worried. So, I had a drawer full of teeth, and for some reason, I was collecting them. I completely forgot why I was collecting them, but I decided just to get rid of them all. And there were a bunch in there, at least a mouthful, I would say, was in there. And I wanted to get rid of them, so I did the raffle thing. And Siobhan won them, and I'm always worried that the wrong person's going to win this, but the right person won it on this one here. So Siobhan, she emailed and she said her subject was giving thanks for tooths, '*S, of course. She said, I just wanted to pass on photos of what became of my fabulous prizes, as well as show off some other pieces of my dental collection to prove they went to the right Melinda. I'm a professional picture framer, so I wanted to show off my Denton haul in style. Here was one of my preliminary layouts for the tooth composition. And
tooth composition.
Yeah. So she put this all together. Is it on here? Where the hell is it?
Is it a video or is it a
No,
picture?
I thought. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Look at this. So this is what she did at first. She did this at first. She wrote VCR in teeth, which we got to use that image for something.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Pretty good.
This is necromancy, basically. This is the beginnings of that.
So she got these teeth in the mail, and she went to work on a framed thing. Look at that. That actually looks cool, right? Like,
yeah.
That's awesome. Like the arrangement, you got the baby teeth on the bottom, you got the
cool shadows on the lighting there. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but then look at this. She has a whole tooth collection over here.
Whoa.
Yeah. So look at there's some dentures down there. There's some other framed teeth things. I'm so relieved that it has a good home. That all those teeth have a good home because people send me those teeth, thinking I was going to do something with them. I never did anything with them, but Siobhan did. So thank you, Siobhan.
Wow,
that's
fantastic.
That's my quick, nice thing here.
Okay, let me just official.
There we go.
All right, I think we have time for Bat Prince. He's our correspondent in Australia, and like Ben with Oddity Archive, has formats that we can't play. He's got a bunch of Bat Prince has a bunch of PAL formatted videos he finds at Australian charity shops, and he was inspired by us going through our home movie collection. We've got whole shelves and shelves of other people's strangers' home movies that we found in camcorders at thrift stores throughout the years. And so he has some Australian home movies, which we've always described home movies as the fine wine of found footage festival VCR party. Some of them are slow burns. So keep that in mind with discovering Down Under distribution. With your pal Bat. Okay, first up, this is a tape called Damien's Wrestling. Damien's Wrestling, and this is, I think, in the era when people were just loved to screw around in front of a camera when it was at a high school.
T-shirts here.
Seems like there was more screwing around than actual wrestling on the tape.
You're good at screwing around.
Oh yeah. Middle finger. Look at that guy's the coolest dude in the world.
Yeah. Oh, is that him?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So you just got a half second of some sort of fancy dress party, and then a little bit of a marsh there,
Yeah.
I guess, in Melbourne.
Yeah.
This one is labeled Ultrasound from 1993. There's the ultrasound.
The only time he looks any good is when he's smiling.
This is the reason we can't get onto the freeway. There's a helicopter sitting on the freeway here. So it looks like there's been a very bad accident up here.
Give her the bloody ball. Give her the ball.
Give her the bloody ball.
Give her the ball. Give her the ball, please. Pour it, Mummy.
I don't know if that was a malicious water toss or if that was all in good fun, but he wouldn't give his daughter the ball. This one is called Geelong or Geelong Old Time Dance Club Birthday Ball. And unfortunately, the birthday ball starts off with some bad news.
May or may not know of the passing of Jack Kelly. Unfortunately, Jack passed away in hospital, and
don't stop the dancing. All right.
Gene Kelly passed away. All right. Yeah, that's a good time to announce it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right. Now, this is called Home Test Tape. It's 3 hours long. It's mostly shot in the dark. And Bat Prince described this as very Skinamarink. There's just a lot of like still shots, but something creepy's happening. And Joe, I think you'll like this.
Skinamarink meant? What's Skinamarink?
Oh, it was this like horror movie that was based on like I think it was based on like a YouTube thing. And it was this low budget horror movie that whatever the youngest generation really glommed onto, but nobody older than that saw.
Like Slender Man?
Yeah, it was kind of like that, and it was a big hit horror movie this year. All right, here we go.
Hands for the camera. See? Okay, great.
You see, Joey's making his cat dance.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of that. But it's too dark.
Hello. Hello. Say hi, me.
And then it records this TV of it's like maybe some Christian missionaries on a river. All right, this is my personal favorite. This is it was labeled Master, but it was inside a Much Ado About Nothing tape. And this is Tim and Ing's wedding. Tim and Ing's wedding, and this one's a lot of fun. Apparently, the woman doing the songs during this wedding wasn't wearing shoes, and the camera person picked up on that.
I'd like to extend a very warm word of welcome to everyone who's with us today. What a blessing it is. In it, a man and a woman covenant to live together in a lifelong relationship of fidelity, love, companionship, and devotion to each other. Right at the beginning of history, God declared, "It is not good for the man to be alone. I will make a helper suitable."
Is there some judgment there?
Yeah.
Tim is the first love.
Oh.
Yep.
What? Are they judging her, or is he like?
I think
into
so.
that?
They're kind of like, hey, wear shoes during a wedding. Come on.
Or is he into that?
Oh, could
it be a perv?
Maybe.
It's a perv.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wow. This is a fun ending. They kind of did a prank on the just married exhaust pipe. Seems like a fun wedding.
Yeah.
Tim and Ing's wedding.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So it's fun to see that people kind of do the same things in home movies, whether they're in Australia, whether they're in America. There's foot fetishes. There's making a cat dance. There's a lot of tedium.
And bad videography
Terrible
around the world.
videography.
It brings us all together.
It does.
Yep.
Thank you, Bat Prince from Australia. He'll be back with another installment in a month or so. So thank you for that.
Very cool. Let's do some quick cyber videos. I mean, we got George's microphone working. How about just George and Steve? Why don't you guys just go? You get the microphone working, we might as well use it. So, George, what do you got?
Is this
That's a bit.
Is this
Come
an
on.
elaborate prank?
It's not.
We're not. We're not hearing you.
Wait, we can't hear
Wednesday. You can hear me.
Oh, now we can.
Now we can.
Okay.
So you remember the 80s, ABC in the 80s had a really memorable, an announcer with a very memorable voice. And you remember waiting for, between shows, you'd hear something like this.
Wednesday.
Underwear.
Again? How am I supposed to have fun with underwear?
I don't know, wear it backwards.
Growing pains. Then.
It's unbelievable the way you've changed from a complete dweeb to a semi-stud.
Head of the class. And People magazine says it's not just wonderful, it's the best show on TV today, The Wonder Years. Then, Life's a Drag for Huberman.
Your slip is showing.
It's supposed to.
Slut.
All coming Wednesday.
So, as everybody in the comments is already saying, this is Ernie Anderson, who was out of Cleveland. He's best known as Ghoulardi, who was before Lenora there was Ghoulardi, but
that's it. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna let you keep talking. I'm not gonna interrupt. All right, go ahead.
Oh, but he's probably best known now as the father of Paul Thomas Anderson.
Right. Yes.
But here's some behind-the-scenes footage of him trying to record one of those promos, and his loathing of his job, as well as his professionalism, will leave you breathless.
Oh, fantastic.
First, is Angela really
This
married?
is here. It's the hubby that wouldn't die.
Tonight's all new. First, is Angela really
This
married?
is here. It's the hubby that wouldn't die. Swear, Nancy.
I just never says Angela. She says, guess who's here?
3, 2, 1.
Tonight's all new. First, Angela's...
Guess who's here?
Okay. It's going to be so fast, it's going to be a Looney Tune. You can't set it up either. You haven't got time to set up Tonight's
3,
all new.
2, 1.
Tonight's all new. First, is Angela really married?
Guess who's here? It's the hubby that wouldn't die.
Who's the boss, then?
Swear, Nancy.
I just been partnered with Margaret Farquhar. The Wonder Years, then. Take this job.
Girls, you'll never believe what he wanted me to do.
Who the fuck wrote this? Tonight's all new. First, is Angela really married?
Guess who's here? It's the hubby that wouldn't die.
Who's the boss, then?
Swear, Nancy.
I just been partnered with Margaret Farquhar. The Wonder Years, then. Take this job and shove it.
Girls, you'll never believe
One
what
more
he
time.
wanted me to do.
I've just been partnered with Farquhar. I can get that. Okay. God, this is terrible.
Girls, you'll never believe what he wanted me to do.
On Roseanne. There. John Ritter's rocking the rectory on Have Faith. And Love's in Bloom on 30-something. What a noisiest fucking piece of shit.
Right, so I feel like what a nauseous piece of shit is something that we should be saying more frequently on this show.
I can't believe they made him do it live. Like, why didn't they
edit the video?
Yeah, edit the video around his
those are
narration.
the analog days. It was probably just easier
Yeah.
just to plop it in.
Yeah.
Digitally that'd be easy to do, but I just love whenever like there's so much toil and anger over something so stupid. Just like Who's the Boss promo. You're gonna like get an ulcer over
like
that.
Trying to get my mic working.
Yeah.
It continues to this day in different forms.
Well, and also we made Lenora do all the promos live like that, where it's like, then on Strange Tapes, and on VCR Party, Moist Wound Healing. But first,
Quarantine Classic.
Steve found a 5-part series, but Joe's gonna
Frenchie and the Cree.
And yeah, she's got to do take after take and the obscenities. I've never heard anything.
His hand motions are so great. He's such a pro.
Oh, man.
He is.
Yeah. Makes me want to see some Ghoulardi stuff. I've never seen any Ghoulardi
he's
stuff.
got a great voice for promos, too.
Yeah.
You got a great voice for promos. That's a good opening
I
line.
listened to the P.T. Anderson, the podcast, the WTF, the Mark Maron podcast with P.T. Anderson. He talked a lot about his dad on that. And so, but it made me want to hear more. I want to see some Ghoulardi. I want to see more of that stuff. So,
well, not to name drop too much, but we did a show in Los Angeles, I don't know, like 12 years ago, and John C. Reilly came with Jonah Hill. They both showed up, and I think they were doing a movie together at the time. And afterwards, they hung out and talked. And John C. Reilly told us that he and Paul Thomas Anderson would have a contest to try to gross each other out by playing the most disturbing VHS found footage they had discovered.
Yeah.
And they were kind of cut from the same cloth, it felt like, but a little earlier. They were doing this stuff in the 80s.
Yeah. I feel like, Paul Thomas Anderson has some, he has some stuff. Like, he has a collection. I don't know if he's a VHS collector, but he's a footage collector. He has stuff.
Yeah.
And, I've heard some of the stuff that's in his collection. So
let's get him on the show.
Yeah. Let's work on that.
All right, Steve, I'm going to play the Jock Shams intro, and then I want to see what you got.
It's a Jock Sham, Jock Sham, Jock Sham, Jock Sham. Boring you with a signature drawl. It's a Jock Sham, Jock Sham, Jock Sham, Jock Sham. This rap is done, now it's over to you.
It's over to you.
It's come in many different shapes and forms. This one's interesting, I think, because it's Willie Mays doing a local commercial. And so normally you think of one of the best baseball players of all time. He's going to just do nothing but national. And here is him, shamming it up for a local car dealership.
Shamming it up. Okay.
Hi, I'm Willie Mays. I played on some great teams and with some great players. And to be a winner, it takes teamwork. That's why I'm going to bat for the Empire 14 in Mount Vernon, Westchester's #1 Ford dealer, because they come to bat for you with great buys on new Ford cars, trucks, quality used cars, and great service, too. Take it from me. Get a home run deal from Mr. B and his great Empire 14, where the customer is #1.
The owner had to get himself in there. Oh,
of course.
Just so awkward.
That position is I wouldn't, if I was Willie Mays, I'd be like, can you not touch me in this take?
Yeah, let's do a different pose than this one here. Yeah.
Weird framing.
He probably did, but then
guy.
Mr. B was like to use the first take.
Yeah, Mr. B liked his take the best.
Yeah.
You're right. He's one of the best baseball players. He's doing local commercials? No, he should be doing Subway commercials is what he should be doing.
All right, nice Jock Shams. Thanks for and nice cyber videos, everybody. Let's get to some announcements. I was told that our Saturday Morning Dinah show, that's the fill-in show for Saturday Morning Cartoons, that this week, Roy, Skip, Tim, they're all watching Filmation's Ghostbusters.
Oh,
so we watched the real Ghostbusters cartoon, and then we watched Ghostbusters, the cartoon based on Filmation's Ghostbusters live.
They call it the original Ghostbusters. I think it was called the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah, so the one with the gorilla, and then the live action version that cartoon is based on, they had a person in a gorilla costume, and so I want to learn more about that. I'm enjoying the summer fill-in series, so tune in this Saturday.
I have a brand new Nick song. It showed up this week. It was supposed to happen on your birthday last February. I can't hold on to it until February. I started editing a clip or a new video. Everybody loves a Nick song. I'm gonna release it next week. So stick around, and we'll watch all the other ones. We'll watch the Nick is a Sexual Man. We'll watch Nick Sips. We'll watch all the songs that Todd, also known as Billy B, has produced for us, including a brand new one. So stick around for that next week. EP mode. How are people liking that? Us showing our own personal films, or do they not?
We've gotten some good feedback. I mean, we should probably get back to the VHS stuff that we're.
What about Alien Autopsy?
I'd watch that.
Yeah, we could watch Alien Autopsy.
Let's watch Alien Autopsy with Richard Frakes. Richard Frakes? Jonathan Frakes. Sorry.
Let him flounder. Just let him flounder.
Did I lose some Star Trek credibility there? Sorry, I was more of a Star Wars guy.
I think George likes being muted. George likes being muted. He likes
It's kind of like being a cuck or something.
No, I've been over the course of this entire episode. I've been editing what we're going to go out on.
Well, tell us about it.
Well, everybody, including me, loves the song Nick Sips. But ever since I first heard it, I knew it reminded me of something. And there's a song that we all know that I think it's pretty similar to in a good way, not in a. It's comparable to it in terms of its cultural import. It's catchy. So I just took the vocals from Nick Sips and put it on a song we all know.
Okay. All right. I like where this is going. All right.
Yeah, and I want to show that even though I don't appreciate being mocked for trying to hydrate during a show by sipping, I did get a new mug. This was a gift from Allie. This is a Nick Sips mug with a metal straw. So it's maybe it's a more subtle straw. It's not green, so maybe you won't notice as much. That's my hope.
I don't see the straw. Where is the straw?
Well, it's in the. I'm washing it. I had to wash it because I sip from this on a regular basis. So
I see, there's a song there.
I see Melinda's I think it's. I'm gonna get it wrong. Whoever it is, and every time Nick takes a sip, they put a note in the comments. So I always
that's good. People are always
sometimes I miss them,
that.
and I just see that. Yes,
doing a parody of each unconscious thing I do.
Sometimes whenever we're doing the show and Nick takes a sip, I just have to show so much restraint not to interrupt whoever's talking to point out that Nick is taking a sip.
Well, let me just give a preview of next week. Joe's song "Nick Breathes" is coming out. It's just the funniest thing Nick does. If he doesn't even notice it most of the time. And
all right,
staring at him laughing.
I'm looking forward to next week, I suppose. But
it's a good song too. It's another toe tapper. This guy's good. And
until then, we will be right back right after these Jonathan Frakes.
Yep. And if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
Happy birthday, Bob! Thanks, Natasha and Pat, just for selling out this week. My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush.
Thing that I'm really into. I just call him Nick Sips.
Hey, Nick! Nick Sips! Fuck those lips! Nick Sips! Get that sip up, kiss Nick. Yeah! Nick Sips. Nick Sips. Nick Sips. Sip up, kiss Nick. Sip. Sip.
I'm into eroticism.
Sips. Nick Sips. Nick Sips. Nick Sips. Very, very sexual. Give that sip up, kiss Nick.
we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Sure, Yodel.
Have a good day.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polster, the real great guy.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's coins in Hilldale.